Instead of having a traditional prison in the Fort Myers area, I think I would opt for a restorative justice center, just because the community work that could be done would be really beneficial to the Fort Myers area. But what's more important than the actual thing we do is where we put it, I think. See, if we have a restorative justice center in a high population area in Fort Myers, I think it will show a lot of people that these alternatives are out there and that they can work. Like if we put this out in the Everglades, no one's going to see it out there, and it's not going to have as much of an impact. As far as restorative justice schools, an example would be like nothing's a punishment really. Everything's kind of helping. So if you get in trouble, instead of going to detention, maybe you help clean up the school. I mean, you might see it as a punishment at the time, but what you're actually doing is helping someone in some way. And that's where that shines over a zero tolerance school. Also, I feel in zero tolerance schools, it kind of teaches kids to try and hide things. And if they do something wrong, they need to lie and cover up. And in a restorative justice school, you wouldn't have that need, and it would promote honesty, honestly. Um, Instead of replacing institutions, I think we should determine what we can do to actually decrease crime. And that could mean decriminalizing a lot of different things like drug usage, drug possession, even people selling drugs might not necessarily need to be criminalized, like in Amsterdam or something. And I think it's hard to imagine what a world without prisons would look like. But I think that's just because we're so used to our current society and how we use prisons today. And that doesn't mean that we shouldn't strive for a world where there aren't any prisons.